Hey guys, what's going on? Today is Tuesday and I want to start off with an apology for not posting a video yesterday. I didn't really think about or plan for the library being closed on Monday, so that kind of threw a monkey wrench in there because that's how I upload all my videos, so I wasn't able to come. And then it didn't record because I was gonna read here and record, but whatever, it didn't get up. So what I'm actually gonna do is, since chapter 8 and 9 are honestly super short chapters, I'm gonna more than likely put them into this one video. So I guess let's not waste any time here. And let's start off chapter 8, which is when scheduled prayer. After bidding them farewell, he left the mountain to pray. Mark 6:46. Now 1 Thessalonians 5:17 tells us to pray without ceasing. And that's just, going out through the day, just not being far from the attitude of praying. And that is great, that's perfect, that's what we're supposed to strive for. But we also need to set time aside just for prayer and for spending that time with God. And it can be any time during the day. It can be, I don't know, during your lunch break at work, or on your drive to work, or on your drive home from work, to the gym, in the gym. You need a certain time set aside to spend that time with God. And we need this time to just focus on prayer and just to focus on God and praying to Him and growing that relationship, growing closer to Him. And it actually kind of makes me feel bad because I guess I've never really set a certain time in my day that I need to that I just need to sit down and focus on prayer. And I guess that's actually kind of sad, because anything that's important to us, we make sure we find time and we set a time. Like if it's working out, if it's making sure you go and run, if it's making sure you go jogging, or if you go, I don't know, watch a certain TV show. You make time, no matter how your day is, to do the things that matter most to you. And an example of that is, if say just some random rich person in the community called you up and was like, hey, if you come have breakfast with me every morning at 7 o'clock, I'm gonna pay you $3,000 a week just for having a 30-45 minute breakfast with me. Would you show up to that? Yeah, you would, because money's important to all of us. We all value money. And basically God is asking us to, hey, set some time aside for me, and let's just sit around and have a cup of coffee and grow our relationship. And it's just too simple to set it off, to push it back to, I'm kind of busy. And that's why the importance of, we need to set a time. And I'm gonna do it, and I encourage all of y'all to schedule a set time where you just go into prayer. You just complete silence, or I guess you can have music on in the background, but just alone, just isolate yourself and go into prayer. And I'll tell you right now, I guess I'm probably gonna set a time, I guess 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna go sit outside and have my quiet time with the Father. And I encourage all of y'all to set a time, and let's just make sure we all stay on track and keep it going. I'm also gonna add in there that you can schedule this prayer time whenever you want, but my honest opinion on it is it should be first thing in the morning before you do anything. Because another book that I've started and I haven't finished is Static Jedi, and in that book it explains that your day is like a canvas, and wouldn't you rather start off that canvas with Jesus putting His touch on it than you go through your whole day and it's just one big mess, because that's usually how most days are. And then Jesus is there at the end, trying to fit in wherever He can when your canvas is already painted all over the place, and He's just trying to make it work. So isn't it better to start your canvas off with Jesus as your baseline, as the first thing that touches your canvas? So like I said, you can schedule that prayer time anytime throughout the day, but I encourage you to do it first thing in the morning before you do anything. And that's chapter 8, guys. So chapter 9, which is when spontaneous prayer. Let everyone know who is godly. Pray to you in a time when you may be found. Psalms 32:6. Spontaneous prayer, this is going to go back to 1 Thessalonians 5:17, which is to pray without ceasing. This is throughout your day, no matter what you're going through. And I'll give you a short little list it's just it is what it is, spontaneous prayer. It's just quick little immediate responses. When prayer becomes your immediate reflex instead of your last resort, then the whole battlefield begins to tilt in your direction. Now I'm going to give you just a short little, it's like a list of 7 examples of what should trigger a little spontaneous prayer. And example number 1 that they give you is newness. Now, like whenever you're starting off something new, like say a season in your life, or you get a new vehicle, you get a new job, you make a new friend, whatever it is, you want to dedicate it to the Lord, and you want to ask God to cleanse it, protect it, and guide whatever it is in your life. So that's 1, newness, and 2 is needs. Let us not forget that He is Jehovah Jireh, the Lord our provider. And whether it's physical, emotional, or spiritual, pray in faith and God will meet your needs. That's what He's all about. Let's not forget that, you know, that's His business. He knows what we need and He will provide it as long as we have faith and ask for it. And number 3 is blessings. Don't forget to thank God, and don't let the routine blessings, don't take those for granted. I mean, even something as simple as driving to work. I don't care how far you have to drive, you know, one hour, 5 minutes, whatever it is. Don't forget to thank God for you getting there and for you getting home. And it's just like I said, it's the routine blessings. It's us being able to eat whenever we want, or if you're hot, turning the AC. Like, just don't forget to, all I'm saying is don't forget to thank God for the routine stuff in your life, because it's all blessing and it all deserves us being thankful. Now to me, number 4 and number 5 kind of go hand in hand. It's kind of the same thing to me, and it's burdens, and number 5 is crisis. So I guess really just burdens is just something going on in your day that it's kind of like nagging, it's kind of annoying, a small little problem. You know, let's ask God to help us get through that little burden, to help pick us up and make it through. And I guess crisis is just on a more extreme level. That's, you know, someone you know has cancer and it's just life-changing and devastating. And Psalms 50:15 says, "Call upon me in the day of struggle, I shall rescue you and you will honor me." So God's got it. Whether it's a crisis, like I said, our immediate reaction to this is to pray about it. You know, it's going to be real hard whenever you get in those to want to sulk and to be mad, but when you hit that crisis or that burden, the best thing we can do is to pray about it. And then number 6 is worries. And 1 Peter 5:7 tells you, "Cast your cares to Him because He cares for you." Whenever you're worried about something, it's hard for everyone to do, but it would just be so much easier if you just take it, pray, put it in God's hands, and God's going to take care of it. Now, it's in our nature to want to worry. I mean, I know I worry about stuff all the time, and then I just catch myself like, Brandon, come on, if this is God's will, if this is what He wants you to do, don't worry about it. He's got it. You know, we're all good. And then number 7 is sin. Now, God's not going to allow Satan to tempt you with anything that is too much, but he is going to tempt you. And the great thing is, you know, we're all going to fail. Obviously, we all do fail every day. We all fall into that temptation. But the great part about it is you can just pray, humble yourself before the Lord, and just ask for forgiveness, and it's forgiven. Or even when something pops up and you actually turn down the sin, you know, don't forget to pray to God and thank Him for that test and for you passing the test, and it's going to help build character. And then I'm going to give you a number 8. It's not really directly in the book, but it says any and everything. Don't think you're limited to the spontaneous prayer being one of the 7 things that I listed. It can literally be anything that throughout your day that just triggers a little prayer to God. And you need to keep it an open communication line. It's just like, you say you have a best friend or a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, just someone that you constantly text throughout the day, and you may just say like, hey, this just happened, or oh man, this just happened, this is how my day is going. That's also what prayer needs to be. It needs to be a constant communication. So any and everything can trigger you to want to pray. And like I said, it needs to be our first reflex, and whenever that is our first reflex, everything begins to change. And that's kind of all I got for you today, guys. So this is Brandon with Wake Ministries. it's time to wake up and make God famous again. Hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry I had to kind of cram 7 and 8 into one, 8 and 9 that is actually. But like I said, they were short chapters anyways, so we'll be back on a regular schedule tomorrow. So y'all have a good day, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm out.